All right, welcome back everyone. My name is Dustin, and in this video is going to be another update for working on the JRPG and working on actually advancing the engine forward to get the JRPG where we want it to be. And we're going to get into some of the changes I did this week. The biggest changes we actually did this week was I moved from STB TrueType to using the FreeType lib. Now, that's for my fonts. The reason why I made the big move, so actually let's go here first. So the reason why I moved to the FreeType library is because STB TrueType was great. However, the FreeType lib is more feature rich. And so say we want to do localization later on, it has a much better, for all these special characters, a better support for that stuff. Where FreeType, it did the job. It was single header, it got everything going the way we wanted it to be, and it worked for what we needed it for. Our STB TrueType did that. So now, but FreeType actually takes us where we want to be in the future. We're trying to get a little bit better each time. And the great thing, I was able to reuse the API that we already had for font loading. There was some changes I did have to make in order to get it to work. Now, another one of the main reasons why I wanted to make the switch was I was having problems with the ascent, descent, the advance X, advance Y, the offsets, these things with STB TrueType. It was causing me, like, it would look good. However, I was kind of like fudging the works. Like I wasn't actually, or I was like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Hacking. So I was hacking the code in the back end to make it work, and it still wasn't working exactly how I wanted it to work. So that was causing me some issues. Like you would have apostrophes that would be on the bottom rather than on the top. That's all been fixed now. And the text now looks a lot more clear. Like the font looks a lot more clear. Let's actually go to our UI management. If you remember from the last time, so we had our front menu. Now you see it looks a lot more clear. Now a lot of the colors and stuff that you see here are going to be off, right? Because I'm still messing around, like our shadows, and I'm still trying to get the vibe that I'm going for here. And if we play this, that's how it looks. I'll show you when we actually run the scene as well. So this is one of the big things I've been doing is changing the fonts, trying to get everything cleaner because I used a different size font and moving everything actually was kind of a pain, to tell you the truth. So I think a lot of this has to change as well. I'm still trying to update it because when I updated to FreeType, a lot of the stuff changes that I already had. So a lot of the offsets are different now. They're correct now. So I have to go through everything and start fixing it all. Now, I know you see this here with the arrow, and it should be off to the side. That's just a problem or a bug that I have when I first load the screen in the editor, like the UI screen. It doesn't update the cursor position. But if I just run anything, like action panel, enter, if I run this, it goes automatically where it needs to be. And I believe that's the same for the info panel. This shouldn't be there. If I run it, yeah, see, that works fine. But there's some updating bugs that I gotta fix. I'm still working on those right now. So what's another thing? Another main thing, a main thing that I added in was the ability to, so if we go to our scene here, and I can now render different post effects or post-process effects based on the layer. So this, say I want layer 0, the background, just the background and not the foreground sprites based on your layer, I can actually run an effect on those. And the easiest way to see that is actually show you guys the battle. So if we go into a battle, so if I go to my scene here and I run a battle, and I know where it is, I still got to work on the camera work and get that all going. But if I run this, it's way too loud in my speakers. Actually, I could probably keep that up and just turn that down here, but I'm not sure how that'll affect the mic. Hopefully it doesn't affect how the mic is recording. But anyway, so I'm not sure what this error is. I must have made a change. Yeah, I made a change recently. So, oh yeah, I don't have my gamepad in right now. That's the issue. So right now it's trying to find the gamepad index, but it shouldn't do that. That's actually another bug that we're dealing with. So if the gamepad is not hooked up, it should automatically default to the keyboard if keyboard is present. But anyway, so if I choose this here and attack, you see how the background went dark? And then it changed colors based on the... See how much more crisp the font looks as well? I increased the size. So this is all messed up right now. I'm gonna have to fix all that. It shouldn't look like that, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's basically the main things that we've been working on in the background. I also have been working on the VFX Editor. It doesn't work the way I want it to work yet, so there's a lot of stuff here. So we have our VFX Editor. And my effects, okay, I wonder, yeah, these are just me messing around. So if I load this, and let's go to 5. So my goal eventually is to be able to use these effects in the, oh, I gotta get rid of that, in game, but it's not working the way I want to yet. You can have different systems, and you can set them up the way you want. So yeah, I still got some bugs that I gotta work here. That's just because that says lifetime and that says lifetime. We could change this to particle lifetime, and then that would change. So this is actually starting to look pretty good, and you can load and save them, and you can have different ones. So you have your embers, you have your core flame, and what was the other ones? Flame styled. What was this? Oh yeah, I think I'm trying to make the editor work the same way as Unreal, but it's not working the way I want. Yeah, so this didn't do what I wanted yet. There's still a lot of work that has to go into this, but that's a goal that I'm working on right now. Is because, so in our JRPG, we're going to have magic effects, and I want to be able to create those in the editor. So we're still far away from that. We're not there yet. Yeah, none of these are actually fully working yet, but that's what I've been working on, okay? So that's really the update that we have for now. There's still a lot of work that I have to do on the game. It's not as, a lot of the stuff has been done in the background, but it's going to be coming to the forefront soon. And a lot of this stuff I'm going to be bringing to the main, not the main engine, but the public engine very shortly. I've actually got not a new series, but we're actually going to be start getting into adding 3D to the engine. That's the goal for the Scion 2D. Now the JRPG is it's gonna be rolling forward ahead with different changes and different stuff on its own. But if you're paying attention to the Scion 2D playlist, it's gonna change. It can't, because it's not gonna be 2D anymore. I want to actually start making it into a 3D engine, or 3D capable, not just 2D. So we're gonna have to come up with a new name for that as well. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. Things are progressing slowly. We actually have the new FreeType. I'm going to be bringing that to the main engine as well, or the public engine. And we're going to be doing these folders at the same time. So I'm going to do the folders, the FreeType, and 3D. And we're probably going to have our first 3D video in the next couple of days. It's just going to be an outline of what I plan to do and what the process is going to be, because we don't want to get rid of 2D. However, we want to make sure that we can actually separate the project. So in our project loader, we're going to have a choice. Like when you first open up your project, what do you want, 2D or 3D? We're going to have all different components, because we're going to have, I think we should change the transform to transform 2D, but right now it's just going to stay as the main transform, because it's going to be 2D base, and then we're going to start working on the 3D. Okay, so look out for that. That should be coming as well. And hopefully, like this game is coming along. I need art. Oh man, do I need art. I'm going to start buying some stuff just so we can get the flow and keep working on mechanics. But man, when you're doing all the work, let me know in the comments, how do you guys handle working on all the different things? Like I need to start working on sounds. I need to start working on art. And it's just hard because I got to do all the programming as well, make the videos. So the videos, like, they might be a bit more sparse. Like I wanted to make one last week, but I just didn't have the time. I just did not have the time. And I didn't feel very well at the beginning of this week. Anyway, so that's for me. That's for the engine. Things are going well. We're pushing forward. We're adding new features and new functionality to the engine that's really going to help us in making the JRPG. And what have you guys been working on? Have you let me know in the comments below. Like, are you moving ahead What are your goals? Like, do you have any games that you have you made? Have you actually published a game? If you let me know if you've done that, because I'm gonna have to do that one of these days as well. Also, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Okay, guys, that's it. Take it easy.